Are ladies who are 30 plus and unmarried truly happy? There have been lots of conversation, particularly online, stressing that ladies who are 30 plus and unmarried are bitter. Is it true or is it just a fallacy? So what do you think about that?
Well, I think that's not entirely true.
Okay.
And whenever I see somebody say women in their 30s are lonely, bitter, or jealous, I just feel they're going through heartbreak. Or maybe they followed 130 plus and she turned them down, she rejected them. So it's paining them. Because the reason why I said it's not entirely true is because everyone has different priorities.
Okay.
You get. It might be true for people that want to get married or people that have been under pressure for themselves, like they pressure themselves to get married, or some people will like, I want to get married by this age, I want to be married by this age. So it might be true for them. They might be lonely, they might be unhappy or jealous of the younger women that are married before 30. But for some of us, if the marriage comes, fine. But if it doesn't come, we have other stuff doing. We have other priorities.
But I think, the reason why I think some of these people are saying these things is because when you look at most of the ladies that are around that age, they seem to be unnecessarily bitter. Maybe the few ones I've seen. Like there's a way they pounce on the topic whenever the marriage is mentioned, and there's a way they sound, particularly online.
Have you seen women in their 20s that are very bitter and toxic? Like I personally know some. And on Facebook, you actually see them. You see this lady is still young, but she's just bitter. She's just angry. And then you see that most of the women in their 30s are even more calmer and more welcoming.
Yes.
To even men than the women in their 20s.
I know it's because they are not trying to get men.
No. There are also women in their 20s that are also calm.
Yes.
And welcoming as well. I just feel it's an individual thing, not an age thing.
Okay. And most times people talk about ladies need to marry before 30. Then if any lady doesn't get married before 30, and most probably it is that she has actually messed up her life. Maybe she had a rough life in her 20s. So that was the reason why she was not able to attract any man in her 30s. Now she's in her 30s.
Like I said, I'm still standing on... I cannot speak for everybody.
Okay.
But as a woman in her 30s and as someone that has met other women in their 30s, I don't think it's about messing up their lives. Somebody like me, I don't even go out like that. You will hardly see me anywhere. So I don't think it's about messing up their lives. Some people, it's not just time yet. And like I said, some people have other priorities that they want to work on. You see, men usually think that they're the only ones that feel they need to achieve this, achieve that before they settle down, yeah? There are women like that, okay, she wants to build her business, she wants to get to this certain height in her career first. Somebody like me, it has always been my dream that I want to work from home.
Okay,
yes, when I'm married. I don't want to be going to the office. I don't want to be going to work. In fact, I don't even want to work under somebody. So even though I'm still working, I'm still trying to build my business so that when I get married, I'm going to concentrate on my family. Not like I'm putting my career or business aside, but I want to balance the two.
Okay.
I believe there are women like that. So we are trying to get to a certain point in our life before settling down. Just like you guys.
Yes.
Like you, I'm sure you're not married because you feel... It's not like you have not seen somebody you want to...
Yes.
But you want to achieve certain things before settling down.
Yes.
That's same thing for you guys, right?
Yes. But most times people capitalize on this biological clock. They say women have biological clock, and which is not entirely wrong because, particularly the society we live in now, they focus more about this menopause of stuff that once a lady gets to a certain age, which is biologically correct, that she won't be able to give and give birth to a child. And people are being considerate. If you marry a lady that is probably in her late 30s or early 40s, she may not be able to conceive, and that will become an issue. That's another fear, and that's another aspect that people seem to concentrate on.
Of course, I'm not going to deny the fact that menopause actually comes early for women in their 30s. But of course, usually it's in from late 30s down to early 50s. That's when menopause usually starts. Okay, so we need to consider infertility issues.
Okay.
Yes, there are women in their 20s that have infertility issues. Lots and lots of them. Then there are the
Why do
ones
I
that...
feel you are shifting the goalposts now?
No, we're not. I'm not, rather.
Okay.
Forget about the biological clock. It might not be true for everybody. I know people that got married in their 30s and that they gave birth immediately. I know people that got married in their 20s.
Yes.
And it took them a while to conceive. In fact, some of these celebrities, I think in Edo also, she got married in her 20s.
Yes.
In fact, she mentions this biological clock of a thing.
Yes.
Now, that was one of the factors that made her get married early. But she never even conceived in her 20s.
Yes.
Till she got to her 30s. So I am still repeating myself. It's an individual thing. You will meet women in their 20s that have fertility issues. You will meet women in their 30s that will take in immediately.
In fact,
after birth.
it reminds me of a story, a true life story. In fact, this is my aunt. She got wedded in 2000. I was even her page boy. And from that 2000, she couldn't conceive. She got pregnant. She kept losing the child. She kept losing.
And she was probably in her 20s then.
Yes, she was in her 20s. Now, do you know that she gave birth? She finally gave birth in 2023. That's 23 years after getting married. She gave birth.
Probably in her 40s.
Yes. In her 50s, she was 51 when she gave birth to her first child. It was after 23 years of marriage. And I know another woman that never married all her life. She married at 52. And she gave birth the next year.
Have you not seen women in their 50s giving birth to twins? So most times it just depends on how we take care of ourselves as women, and of course, yes, how we live our lives.
Are men the price?
No.
Why?
Everybody is the price depending on who you are. And depending on how you have worked on yourself.
Okay.
Let me explain. Some men feel they're the price, yeah, because of course the internet has made them feel that.
Is it the internet or the society?
No, the society, and mostly is the internet. Because the same man that will tell you he's the price online is busy begging one girl that is not even anything. He's busy following her in her DMs. Yeah. That's why I said it's based on who you are and how you've worked on yourself. Mm-hmm. I can be the price, you can be the price. And as a man and a woman, we can be the price for each other.
Okay.
Yes. Imagine a man that doesn't even have any source of income. Okay. A man that has body odor, he cannot really take care of himself. When I mean take care of himself, I mean he doesn't even have personal hygiene. Okay. He doesn't have any source of income. He lives hand to mouth. He's struggling. You think that person is the price? You think a woman that has done well for herself is going to rush after that particular guy simply because he feels men are the price? So no, that's why I said it depends on who you are as a person, on how you have worked on yourself. Same thing like women. Women also think that they're the price and the men should work for them, right?
Yes.
A man that has built himself and has attained a certain level in life is not just going to go for an anyhow woman, like a woman that doesn't do shit, a woman that's not industrious, a woman that has nothing going on in her life. Men like that cannot go for the opposite. So that's why I said men and women are the price depending on who they are and how they have worked on themselves.
Lastly, I feel sometimes talking about career women, you spoke about that. A woman wants to achieve certain things. You know, we live in a society whereby once a woman has attained a height in her career or education, it becomes difficult for her to get married. Have you ever noticed that trend?
Yes.
That it becomes difficult. Yes. Why is it so?
I don't know how to put this, but I feel I'm not going to deny the fact that women are kind of dependent on men.
Yes.
So when a woman feels she can do this or do that for herself, she just automatically thinks she doesn't need a man. And most times, relationship is not just about money.
Yes, of course.
Relationship is not about money. But most women feel that, okay, since I can provide for myself, in fact, it even happens in relationship for women that are not even rich. Once they feel this guy doesn't do this for them, do that for them, they just feel they don't need him. I think I saw a post earlier that says a man can be the provider by making other things easier for you and not just money.
Yes.
That's him also providing. They say money cannot buy everything, right? Money cannot pay for everything. So I think that's just the psychology, or how do I even put this? But women feel okay. Most women, not all.
Okay.
Because I know there are women that are rich and they still want a man in their lives.
Yes.
This still comes down to the individual thing I was talking about. Most women, there are some women that feel, okay, I'm rich, I have the money, and I don't really need a man. Do you just need a man for money? You get? Do you just need a man for money? So no. So I don't know if it's a nature thing or it's like a psychological thing, but women are naturally born to be dependent on that male figure in their life. So for some that feel, okay, the only thing the male figure does in their life is to provide, and since they can provide for themselves,
They don't need a man.
but me,
And they get dildos and vibrators for themselves.
right? So that's still you needing a man.
Yeah.
You're
want to
living in
accept
denial. That's just them living in denial.
Okay,
For
viewers.
me, no matter how rich I get, please, I still want a man.
You are sitting beside your man, of course.
I'm an independent woman against my wish.
So, viewers, we are stopping here. Are men truly the price? Are ladies in their 30s truly happy?
No.
So, enjoying the conversation. We're going to stop here. We'll continue in our next episode.